What if I told you a city built on diamonds is now being rebuilt by skateboards? This is Kenya News Update today. Coming up, you'll discover how a South African mining town is rewriting its story through radical equality and African unity. Meet Kimberley, a city that doesn't announce itself loudly, but reveals itself through dust, distance, and stories heavier than the landscape suggests. By the time the skaters arrived, the city was already in motion. Boards under arms, accents colliding, styles distinct yet familiar. But here's the twist. This isn't just a sports story. This is about a R300000 prize purse that set a non-negotiable standard. Same prize for men and women, no grandstanding, just action, same respect, same pressure. Before the skate park roared to life, Kimberley insisted we slow down. Walking through the McGregor Museum and standing in Robert Sobukwe's former office, there was a noticeable shift in energy. These weren't tourist checkpoints, they were grounding points. Sobukwe's presence lingered, reminding us that resistance, dignity, and intellectual courage are also forms of endurance. As a West African, this moment hit differently. South Africa is often experienced through its loudest narratives, politics, headlines, struggle. Kimberley offered another layer. A slower, more intimate story rooted in thinkers and builders. Learning about Sobukwe beyond the simplified versions was deeply inspirational. His clarity and commitment to African self-determination resonated strongly. It reframed the entire weekend. What followed wasn't escapism, it was continuation. Kimberley carries its history in plain sight. The Big Hole isn't just a landmark, it's a scar. A reminder of extraction, wealth pulled from the earth and stories left behind. Seeing it before the finals added powerful context. The irony wasn't lost. A city once defined by minerals now hosting a competition driven by creativity, community, and human expression. Progress doesn't erase history, it responds to it. And then at the skate park, Africa showed up fully formed. Skaters from across the continent brought distinct approaches, some technical and calculated, others raw and fearless. What stood out wasn't just skill, but mutual recognition. No hierarchy, no center, just shared respect and shared risk. Between runs, I interviewed several skaters. What emerged repeatedly was gratitude, not just for the prize money, but for the platform, for being seen, for competing on African soil in a city that understands struggle and reinvention. The crowd felt it too. Locals leaned in. Kids hovered at the rails. This wasn't a borrowed culture dropped into a city. This was a city embracing a new form of expression. Here's the part that will blow your mind. The Kimberley Diamond Cup created a space where the past and present collided to build a new future, where the weight of history met the lightness of flight, where a hole in the ground faced a ramp reaching for the sky. The implications are profound. Some see it as just a skate competition. Others see it as a blueprint for African cultural events, rooted in history, driven by equality, and built by community. But here's the unanswered question. Can this model of intentional inclusivity and historical awareness be replicated across the continent? The tension is real. A city built on extraction now invests in expression. A sport often seen as rebellious becomes a tool for unity. A prize purse that refuses to differentiate becomes the loudest statement of all. Do you think cultural events should actively engage with a location's difficult history, or is entertainment enough? Drop your take in the comments. Subscribe to Kenya News Update today for more stories of African innovation and unity.